the story that you're just about to see has already made impact. The Delhi traffic constable who was caught on camera assaulting a woman biker has now been arrested. But let's first bring you the details. It was a shocking incident near Delhi's Elite Golf Links Road, where a traffic constable attacked a woman on her scooter with a brick, repeatedly hitting her after a verbal argument. The entire incident caught on camera by a fellow motorist. The woman was on her way to drop her daughter to school this morning. The traffic constable stopped her to check her driver's license and other papers. After a brief verbal argument, things took a terrifying turn, with the cop attacking the woman with a brick. After headlines today brought the incident to light, the Delhi police first suspended the cop Satish Chandra and then made an arrest. We've opened our phone lines. We're going to take your calls live. Our first caller already joins us from the national capital itself. Bharat Bhushan on the phone line with us. Go ahead, Mr. Bhushan. Mr. Bhushan, you can hear me? All right, we seem to have lost our phone line, the connection there with Mr. Bhushan from Delhi. Let's try and connect to other viewers. But before we do that, let's bring in some of the reactions that have been coming in on the back of the Delhi police making an arrest of the constable Satish Chand on your television screens.
ये जो घटना हुई है जिसमें एक वीडियो क्लिप दिखाई जा रही है जिसमें एक हेड कांस्टेबल है सतीश चंद्रा ट्रैफिक का, जिसने एक ईंट उठाकर किसी लड़की के ऊपर मारी है। ये बहुत ही शर्मनाक घटना है और इस हेड कांस्टेबल को तुरंत प्रभाव से सस्पेंड कर दिया गया है और इसके खिलाफ इंक्वायरी होगी, इसके खिलाफ स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लिया जाएगा।
Our first caller in this bulletin is Mr. Jeev Anand. He joins us from Hyderabad. Go ahead, Mr. Anand. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello?
Yes, I'd urge you to put the volume of your television down so you can talk.
This type of behavior from the policeman is not acceptable at all. Delhi is supposed to be an example city for whole India. How could a policeman hit a lady with a brick in such a way, without any mercy?
Well, appreciate you joining us, sir. Our next caller, Satish from Dehradun. Go ahead, Satish.
हाँ, मैं थोड़ा ये चंद्रा जी को एक पॉइंट आउट करना चाहता हूँ। ये टेक्निकल बात है। ये जो इनको ये ब्राइब के लिए बुक करते हैं ना, दिस इज रॉन्ग। ये एक्सटॉर्शन में बुक होने चाहिए, क्योंकि जिस वक्त आपके पास कोई चॉइस ही ना हो, आपसे पैसा मांगा जाए और फोर्स उसमें यूज हो, आपको एप्रीहेंशन हो अरेस्ट का या कोई और प्रॉब्लम करने का, तो दैट इज एक्सटॉर्शन। उसमें 7 years इम्प्रिजनमेंट है। ये ब्राइब का बड़ा माइल्ड केस करते हैं, इसको रिव्यू करें। कमिश्नर साहब को भी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा और ये जो पुलिस कमिश्नर हैं उनको भी, और मैं आपके माध्यम से मैं किरण बेदी से भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा। शी इज वेरी इंटेलिजेंट लेडी, उनके भी मैंने व्यू सुने थे कि ये इट इज नॉट ब्राइब, एक्सटॉर्शन है। इनको बुक करना चाहिए एक्सटॉर्शन में।
बहुत धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने का। नेक्स्ट कॉलर इज फ्रॉम मुंबई, Mambi joins us. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Mambi, go ahead.
Good evening. I have seen the picture and that brutality is attacking the young woman in a public place with a brick. So he should not be allowed to go scot-free like any other cases. It is very shocking and very terrific. It is to see the young girl is standing nearby the mama is being hidden. So the law should take his own course, not only sacking him or remanding him.
An example should be made of him. Appreciate you joining us, Mambi. Like many viewers who've watched these visuals, the fact that this man is hitting this woman with a brick is terrifying enough. But on the other hand, what is in fact heartbreaking is that small child in a white uniform there, her child there, being witness to this brutality. What we're getting in right now, my producers tell us that the victim who was at the Tughlaq Road police station has now stepped out. She's speaking to the press. Let's listen in.
सर जी, मैं वो 200 रुपये मांग रहा था मुझसे, मैंने उसको दिया नहीं। मैंने स्लिप मांगी, वो उसने मुझे नहीं दी। वो कह रहा था आप ऐसे ही दे दो और जाओ मैडम आप। मैंने कहा मैं तो नहीं दूंगी, आप मुझे स्लिप दीजिए या मेरे चालान मेरे घर भेजिए। तो उसी बात पे बस कहा सुनी होगी, वो तो गंदी गंदी गालियाँ देने लगा। मेरी बेटी को भी उसने इतनी गंदी गंदी गालियाँ दी और मुझे भी, और मेरी स्कूटी पूरी तोड़ दी उसने, पीछे से भी और आगे से भी। फिर मैं उसके मारने चली तो उसने, मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर पाई, उसी ने फिर मेरी बैक पे ईंट मार दी और मेरे हाथ में भी इधर चोट मारी है काफी।
कहाँ आप बच्चों को स्कूल से लेकर आ रहे थे?
पीटीएम अटेंड करके लेके आ रही थी, इस बच्ची का पीटीएम था मेरी। तो इस
तीनों बच्चे आपके साथ?
हाँ जी, साथ थे। ये आगे खड़ी थी, इसको इसने पकड़ रखा था पीछे बैठ के, तीनों।
क्या बोल रहे थे वो आपसे कि रेड लाइट क्रॉस की?
रेड लाइट क्रॉस की है। मैंने कहा ठीक है अंकल, वैसे तो मैंने की नहीं, अगर हो गई तो सॉरी। कहते सॉरी तो ठीक है, लेकिन आप मुझे ना 200 रुपये दो, चालान कटेगा। वो डीएल वगैरह मांगने लगा, वो भी मैंने उसको दिखा दिया। और फिर कहता है कि एक काम करो, पैसे दे दो और जाओ। मैंने कहा पैसे तो मैं देती हूँ, मुझे स्लिप तो दो एटलीस्ट आप, तभी तो मैं आपको पैसे दूंगी। कहने लगा नहीं आप 200 रुपये दे दो, नहीं तो फिर आप देख लो, फिर बड़ा चालान कर दूंगा मैं। मैंने कहा आप कोर्ट भेज देना, घर भेज देना कोर्ट से चालान मुझे। फिर वो इसी बात पे चिढ़ गया, बस चिल्लाते चिल्लाते उसने मेरी स्कूटी तोड़ दी और फिर उसने मुझे ही मारा। मेरे बच्चों को भी बहुत उल्टा सीधा बोला।
बिटिया चोट है इस वक्त, इलाज आपका चल रहा है यहाँ पर? कितनी?
ये हाथ में और इस हाथ में बहुत दर्द है, मेरे बैक पे तो काफी चोट आई। ईंट से जो मारा उसने, बहुत चोट आई।
नाम देख पाई थी आप उनका जिसने आप पे ईंट मारी?
सतीश चंद्र, हेड कांस्टेबल।
This was a reaction that was recorded earlier. Right now, as we speak, the victim is at Tughlaq Road Police Station recording her statement. After that, we would know what have been the charges that have been pressed against Satish Chand, the constable on your television screen, assaulting this woman, on which an arrest has been made. Our next caller is Shankar. He joins us from Coimbatore. Go ahead, Shankar.
Ma'am, I'm basically ashamed of the behavior of the police. And in a country like India, where Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru and all lived, it is a shameful behavior of the police, Delhi police. And I directly condemn this behavior. No? That's what I wanted to say.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Shankar, there from Coimbatore. Once again, we are giving out our numbers. Do call us, be accounted for, express your views. Something like that can unfold in the very city that you live in. It really is not just a one-off incident. Well, in this particular case, the news that we are breaking, in fact giving out right now, is that this man on your television screen has been arrested. We are still awaiting the charges on which that arrest has been made. Mr. Swami, our next caller, joins us from Mumbai. Go ahead, Mr. Swami.
I am Mrs. Saroj Narayan Swami calling from Bombay.
Yes, Ms. Swami,
I have been in Delhi for half a century. And just now I looked at the way the rowdy policeman, the way he behaved with a young lady and hitting with his helmet removed. Well, I am simply shocked to find such a thing happening. And that too, Mother's Day has just only yesterday. How is it today you are finding in front of two children that young girl being beaten just for showing her license or what? Is it an excuse? It is simply, he need not be suspended. He should be simply dismissed. That is my suggestion.
Appreciate you joining us, Ms. Swami. The next caller with us is Mr. Ghosh. He joins us from the national capital, Delhi itself. Yes, Mr. Ghosh, air your views, sir.
Actually, if you ask me, I am born and brought up in Delhi. The news is very shocking. For me, it is not shocking, because this thing keeps on happening in Delhi. Now you are recording it in camera, so everybody can say. Because from my childhood days till today, I have seen this police taking bribe. They try to take the challan, then they say, no, don't give me challan, you give me 200 rupees or give me 100 rupees. People are very happy because they are paying 1/4 or 1/5 of this thing. Police is happy, people are happy, and they just go like this, This keeps on happening. I have never seen a police officer doing duty properly. I mean, 80% of the time either talking on a mobile or reading a newspaper or gossiping, and I hardly see anybody on the road, doing proper duty. What you see abroad, it's shocking. It is really shocking,
Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Ghosh. We're getting our next caller from Gurgaon. Dr. Bharat Singh on the phone line with us. Go ahead, doctor.
I am saying the media most of time, they are showing the one phase of the story. The lady also appears to be at fault. So it is the responsibility of media to present a two-way story. This is my request.
But doctor, what is a two-way story in this where a policeman picks up a brick? There is no other way of looking at this story, sir.
But the lady also appears to be throwing the stone on the policeman.
Take action against that. Out here, this is a man in uniform, under no condition, no matter how provoked. No matter how provoked he might be, under no condition he needs to pick up a brick and assault a woman or a man or anyone at that, or any citizen of the city.
Now, first stone appears to be thrown out by the lady.
It's not an eye for an eye, sir. This is a man in uniform. Under no condition, even if he was assaulted. Even if he was assaulted, under no condition can a man in uniform pick up a brick and assault a citizen of the city.
I do agree with you, but most of the time the policemen, they are doing very difficult, hard duties. They don't have leave.
Nobody is denying that, sir. Nobody is denying that. We are not saying that this man represents the entire police force of the national capital. He doesn't. But nobody can take away on what he has done.
But most of the callers and your people sitting here, they are criticizing all the police preparation.
We are not, sir. We are not doing so. We are stating very clearly that an example needs to be made of this one particular police person, so that something like that doesn't occur tomorrow.
We cannot blame the entire police force.
Nobody is blaming the entire police force, sir. Nobody is blaming the entire police force.
Callers are saying that they are taking bribes, they are not doing work.
They are giving their opinion. They are giving their opinion if they are attuned to a certain behavior.
That is the one side of the story.
Sir, in this particular case,
I am not defending
Doctor, in this particular case, there is no other side to the story. Primarily, why we are saying that is because under no condition, even if this man was provoked, even if this man was assaulted earlier, under no condition can a man in uniform pick up a brick and assault a citizen.
This is totally wrong. But media should present a complete total story also, please.
All right. Appreciate you joining us. Once again, we are not stating that this man represents the entire police force. We are not stating that. But nobody can say that this behavior is warranted, even if he was provoked, even if he was assaulted earlier. He is a man in uniform, and under no condition should he have picked up that brick and assaulted that citizen of the city. Let's listen to the action now taken against Senior Constable Satish Chand by the Delhi Police Commissioner. Listen in.
मैं दिल्ली पुलिस के बिहाफ पर, अपने बिहाफ पर और हमारे हर पुलिसकर्मी के बिहाफ पर इसके लिए खेद प्रकट करता हूं। उस हेड कांस्टेबल को ऑलरेडी हमने सस्पेंड कर दिया है। इसके अलावा मैंने हुक्म दिया है कि इसमें क्रिमिनल केस दर्ज किया जाए और उसके खिलाफ आगे हम कार्रवाई करें।
We're getting in various points of views. There is a train of thought which goes on to suggest by our viewers there that an example should be made of this man. Then there is this other point of view which suggests that why is it, and something which was brought forth by Dr. Kiran Bedi as well, that what is it that has triggered this man to do something so wrong when he knows he's not supposed to do? He is a protector of the citizens of the city. Why and what has made him turn the aggressor? Maybe a larger question in terms of the psychology of men in uniform needs to be addressed here. Our next caller, Francis, joins us from Mumbai. Go ahead, Francis.
Yeah, I heard the previous person, I think it was a doctor, was speaking to you, and he did mention that, that you should hear the entire story and the media should put the entire story in front of public. I think he should realize this. If this had to happen to his own wife or his daughter, I think he wouldn't have spoken that what he just spoke right now. Okay, so that's absolutely wrong what he's talking about. And secondly, the cop raising a hand, there's another person that's roaming over there. I think there should be a law that should be enforced wherein a person who's in public can, also interfere when a person in uniform goes out of control or goes berserk.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Francis. Well, you're right there. It's just not political, police, administrative apathy. It's also civic apathy, and it's playing out right there. The other motorists there making a video, but nobody actually coming to the aid of this woman. Our next caller right now is from Ghaziabad. Mr. SP Singh. Go ahead, Mr. Singh.
Hi. I was just watching your show and I heard a lot of people expressing their feedback, thoughts and comments. If you really notice, this is actually a high-headedness of Delhi police cops. When I heard Ms. Kiran Bedi asking people to find out, do an analysis, what led this man who knows that he is doing something wrong, still he did it. She's very much right, but she knows the answer. It's high-headedness of the cops. So these cops are actually our servants, public servants. We are taxpayers, we are citizens, we are their employers. So when our employees are hurting us, this is a very strong reason that they're a high-headedness. If you look at this gentleman, he's only a head constable. His top boss, the team leader, the Commissioner Bhakti, he says he's just treating him like an ordinary person and he's out of the flock. Whereas the game plan is same. Everybody is same. And he cannot shed himself away as a team leader that we have ordered some inquiry and all. This is a big shame. It's collective responsibility. I think I have thought of a very good solution. This gentleman, this traffic cop has just demonstrated which is happening on a daily life. But since he didn't notice that this is getting captured on a camera, this gentleman who has shamed us, beating a lady in India, which is known as Motherland, he should be given an official appointment to join the police commissioner and the home minister on lunch on dinner in a 5-star hotel and let those people feel the heat. He should sit with them and dine and eat with them.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Singh from Ghaziabad. Our next caller is Mr. Raghunath from Bangalore. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. I've seen this kind of extortion is not only in Delhi, it is in Bangalore also. Police people, their high-handedness, using slang language, everything is there. But if you remember, Arvind Kejriwal said he will get pressure, he will make Delhi a better city, he will give better protection to women. Is this the protection what Arvind Kejriwal is doing for women there?
Well, Mr. Raghunath, you know, this incident will actually be used by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party to bring in the Delhi police under the Delhi government's jurisdiction, because till now the Delhi police is under the Home Ministry and not the Delhi government. Appreciate you joining us, sir. Our next caller is Mr. Zahid Khan. He joins us from Hyderabad. Go ahead, Mr. Khan.
Yeah, ma'am, I've just seen this incident which has been took place in Delhi. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, ma'am, this incident which has been taken place in Delhi, if could have been happening in Hyderabad, we should have been not let him go like this. He was beating brutally to the woman, and those are the men who are standing over there. Such men are watching for like a movie. Right. Instead of helping to that woman or stopping to that men, they are just watching.
Right.
And the children who is her daughter is just like frightened. So after seeing this incident, I just want to appeal that this man has to be taken in custody, and our law has to give us severe punishment.
An example to be made of him so that nobody else or any other man in uniform does this. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Khan, because today it's really not about whether it was a woman or it was a man. It is about a citizen of the city, and it is about a man in uniform who has raised his hand, picked up a brick and thrown it. In this case, it is a woman, but also at one end, your heart goes out to that little child there in the white uniform, seeing her mother being brutalized as this man picks up a brick and brings it down on her back. That poor child would be traumatized on witnessing what she has. Our next caller is Mushtaq. He joins us from Srinagar. Go ahead, Mushtaq.
Yeah, first of all, a good job done by whoever picked up that video and has exposed Delhi police like this. It's well known that traffic police is quite used to extortion. But this rowdy behavior is quite unusual. You can't pick up a brick and throw it like that on a woman and a young woman. Much as her young kids are around, it could have been a fatal incident. How can he take law into his own hands? He should be dismissed. Very simple.
All right. Appreciate you joining us there. What we can tell our viewers is that an arrest has been made. We are still awaiting the charges that have been pressed on which an arrest was made of Head Constable Satish Chand. That's the man you see on your television screen bringing that brick down on that woman's back, while 3 children there stand by traumatized watching this incident. Our next caller, Rajesh from Bangalore. Go ahead, Rajesh.
Yes, madam. First of all, it is not only this constable who is responsible. It is his bosses who are also responsible. Heads should roll. Being IPS officers, senior people, they should know how to train their people before they put them in this kind of duty. Second thing is also, please try to imagine if the incident happened in the night. Then if there was no public around, what would have happened to that lady. And third thing is, if this same gentleman had a vehicle of his own, like a PCR van or a police chowki around, he would have dragged that lady to that chowk and done anything to her. So it is much more serious. It is something which is happening all over India. Right. And it is not the question of that head constable concerned. It is the management of the police. Management of police is below standards, and the top people who are responsible for these people to put them on the roads, they are the culprits.
All right, a larger question that needs to be addressed on this one incident. It is not this man responsible. A larger question needs to be addressed in terms of even the psychology of a man there. Why would a man in uniform know that he's doing something as ghastly as picking up a brick, bringing it down on a citizen's back? Why would he do so? What compels him to make such a move? Our next caller, Arun from Bangalore. Go ahead, Arun.
Hi. This is atrocious. This is definitely atrocious, and nobody should attack, whether man, woman, or any
yes,
any class. But having said that, sorry. I have interacted with, I am from Bangalore. I have interacted with many traffic police, and all are very courteous. So let us not brush the entire traffic police.
Right.
If I am walking, without any problem on the road, it is because of traffic police. With all corruption, with everything.
All right. Yes, Arun, appreciate you joining us. And we are not doing that because we are not painting the entire police force with the same brush there. This is an incident, and an example needs to be made of this incident. But on the other hand, we do say that there are many men in uniform who silently go about their job in the most exemplary of fashion. So we are not painting the entire police force of the city where the national capital is concerned or across India. This is an incident. An example needs to be made of this incident. Our last caller, we're taking our last call there, and it's Seema Acharya who joins us from Mumbai. Go ahead, Miss Acharya.
Ma'am, can I speak in?
Yes, please.
I'm more comfortable in that. Hello?
Yes, please. Go ahead, Seema. बोलिए.
हाँ, see, ma'am, this incident जैसे मैं देख रही हूँ, मुझे ये पूरा ऐसे केस लग रहा है कि ये it's a kind of feudal mindset, medieval mindset, chauvinistic mindset. Because the traffic police जो है, उसने देखा कि एक लेडी है, 3 बच्चे हैं, कुछ करूँगा तो डर जाएंगे, और थोड़ी एक लेडी चैलेंज कर रहा है, तो वो गुस्सा आ जाना, ये करना, ये इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ इंटॉलरेंस, मुझे पूरा ये केस ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं कुछ करूंगा, वो ट्रैफिक पुलिस तो करप्शन होता है, रिश्वत लेते हैं, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट इशू, बट दिस इशू इज गिविंग मी दैट काइंड ऑफ इंप्रेशन.
बहुत धन्यवाद सीमा हमारे से बात करने का. Appreciate you joining us there. Well, we're going to keep tracking the story very closely. We've had our caller lines open for 3 shows now, and we've got a massive response when it comes down to the story which has taken place in the national capital. Various points of view. One point of view which goes on to suggest that an example should be made of this constable. He should be arrested, maybe dismissed from service. On the other, and a plausible point of view which has been put forth suggests that what is it that has made a man in uniform, knowing very well on what he is doing, go ahead and commit a dastardly act such as this? And what about civic responsibility? Where does that come into play, where people around when this incident was taking place did absolutely nothing?